Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday night. Do you like how, like, in the morning, my streams are always like me not wearing makeup, and then at night, I get my nighttime look on for y'all? Ha! It's not by accident. All right, you guys. So, I heard you in the last stream. Somebody in comments said, "Would y'all fall down the 90 Day Fiance rabbit hole?" And I said, sure. This is a show I've watched on and off for years, but I ended up in the Jay and Ashley rabbit hole. So I'm going to do a whole stream about them soon coming up, probably tomorrow. But we have some whilst. I always want to say whilst, like whilst. Sounds like so smart when you say it that way. While I was on the Ashley and Jay rabbit hole. And also, oh my God, you guys, my favorite trash-tastic reality TV star is back, Aubrey O'Day on X in the Beach. And I am going to bring you the tea on her too, because she is so cringe every time I see her. I've been obsessed with her obsessive need to put on makeup for years. All right, you guys. So now let's get to the tea. Matt Baier, Amber's longtime con artist ex-boyfriend, was in the news today because it sounds like Mr. TMZ paid him for a little interview, because why would Matt speak for free? I mean, come on now. Doesn't TMZ pay everyone? That's why they get all of like the scoops. Anyways, Matt, Mr. Irrelevant, because like P.S. he hasn't been in Amber's life since like how long? And P.S. he's had like I think 2 kids, and I think he's maybe been married like twice since then. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's divorced. He's been married and divorced and added a couple kids in the past 2 years. Like, this guy literally wastes no time. I don't know how many kids we're up to, maybe 11 at this point. But we will now be referring to Matthew as Mr. Irrelevant. So Mr. Irrelevant is back in the news because he had all these things to say about Amber. Now, I'll play you some of the audio. I'm going to like fast forward parts. Well, I might just play you most of the audio from the interview. It's a very short clip from TMZ. And then I'll put the link to TMZ if you want to watch the whole thing. But he sounds thirsty, y'all. Thirsty. He's all like, ooh, her relationship's about to go down. I need a paycheck. It's been a minute since I actually like had some money. My wife just left me. Mr. Irrelevant sounds thirsty. All right, you guys, let's listen.
Was she ever, violent with you?
Nope, never. No, I mean, we had some pretty legendary arguments, but no, I never had an experience where she went after me with a machete. So no, I don't, I can't really relate as far as that goes. And which again brings me back. This is all speculation. I don't know any of this, but I think there's definitely got to be 2 sides to this story. I just don't see Amber Portwood chasing somebody around a house with a machete. I just don't see it.
Are you at all worried about the
comments where people are saying that Amber shouldn't be around the baby and so on and so forth? The Amber that I know was a wonderful mother, and she would never put her children in harm's way in any way, shape, or form. So I'd have to see. I wasn't there, obviously, Devin, so I don't know what happened, but it just sounds like Amber's a very loving mother. And when people say, oh, she sits around on the couch all day and he raises the baby, I was with her when she helped raise Leah, and I think it's a sign that if she was a danger to her children, Carrie wouldn't be supporting her. Obviously, if there was violence involved in this, then you can't blame the victim. Obviously, I just don't know what led up to the actual incident, and to say it was a fight over missing fireworks. I've seen Amber when she's as revved up as she could possibly be, and it does take a whole lot more than fireworks to get her there.
So did you hear that, you guys? Matt, Mr. Irrelevant, and Amber were never violent, ever. Ever. You know what's funny about this? It's almost like Matthew forgets that the internet doesn't like erase information, because all I had to do was a quick Google search and look what I found. Oh yeah, fingernails from a fight he had with Amber. And this wasn't the only one, you guys. There were multiple. I also have a lot of quotes from their relationship. So nope, there's nothing to see here, guys. We were never, ever, ever in a fight. Nothing ever happened between us. Here's another one. Look what she just did. No, Matthew, you're so bad at lying. And when it's this easy to debunk you, it's kind of comical. This is the most ridiculous statement I have ever heard. I mean, these two were in the most destructive, violent, their relationship was like a freaking tornado wrapped in a typhoon, stuffed into a hurricane, and then mixed up into a massive like tsunami. And that pretty much would like sum up their relationship, because those two were always fighting. He was always lying. And look, Matt's doing what he does best. He is lying, right? So I think that Maddie is looking for some little thirsty loving from Amber, maybe looking for a little handout. But let me give you some of the quotes that he has said about her over the years. Let's see. Well, then there was Amber. So he literally said, we never fought. We never argued. We had some big fights, you guys, but we never got physical. Not once. Well, interesting, Matt, because in 2017, Amber had this to say about you on Instagram Live. I've been on both sides of DV. I've never opened my mouth about anyone bleeping me, because that's what a real woman does. Real women don't report DV. They handle it themselves. Okay, that's like terrible advice, Amber, but that's when she was talking about Matt Baier. She was accusing him of DV, all right? Then on Marriage Boot Camp, he said, you are the most violent person. You're one of the most violent people I have ever met. Literally, he said that. Literally. That's a quote directly from Matt. And then let's see, what's another quote here? After an exercise, y'all, where Amber popped off on someone, and I think was she fighting with, I don't even remember. I just watched this episode, you guys. They're in the bedroom, and Brandy Glanville has to go to like the ER because she can't hear out of her ear because she's practically wasted the entire time she's on the show. And Amber and him are like fighting, and then she's talking about how he's violent, and then he's talking about how she's violent, and then like he's like, this is what he says to her: Amber, it's going to take you offing somebody someday for people to realize who you really are. Really. And then in that same episode, he admits to what? He says, yes, I hit her. Yes, I hit her. And then he said, I never once not done anything in self-defense. So he basically said that it was in self-defense. So he admits to doing it to her. She admits doing it to him. These two were literally that's what their relationship was, you guys. And it's funny because a tea channel, like All About the Tea, or something, I can't remember, shared the photo with the scratch marks on his face, and Gary commented on that, and he said, "Man, I hated those nails." Amber has a pattern, you guys. This is what she does. Like, stop lying. Stop lying. Matthew, do you want to know his age? I can find that out for you. Matt Baier. He is 47. He is 47. She is 29. So they have an 18-year age gap. He is worth, let's see, he's got 8,000 children. He was recently married. I think his ex-wife, I think they got divorced. He has since 2017 added 2 more children. And I think if you recall, he had 7 children before. So now he has 9 kids. Do you think that he's looking for like a payday for like the 9 mouths that he needs to feel? Because I can't figure out under what circumstances he would have anything to say. And he looks ragged, you guys. Let me show you a photo of what he actually looked like in this interview. He looks like he's put on some years since they split. And you know, you guys, my husband's 48. So like, I'm with a man around this age, and my husband looks so much foxier than him. My husband is Mr. Foxy Pants, but Matt looks like he has been like destroyed somehow. I don't know if it's just his lifestyle, or if it's, you know, I know that he has issues with addiction, or if it's just, hold on. He just looks ragged. Is that a good word? Ragged. Let me get the photo here. I can't even explain to you how ragged he looks. Let's see. I just hate when I never know where they go. Where did it go? I know where I have it. Here. It's on the, all right. It's on my little, there you go. That's what he looks like, you guys. Matt's not aging well. There he is. There he is. Not aging well. I don't know. I mean, Matt seems like the kind of guy that has been on a quest for fame ever since, like, isn't he the one that met Amber through like Twitter or Instagram? Twitter, right? And he was first trying to hook up with Janelle, and Janelle was just like, dude, you're like 875 years old. And then he was like, cool, I'll just move on to Farrah. And then Farrah was like, you're super old. And then Amber was like, hey, Amber. And Amber was like, I need love. I need love. And then she hung out with him for like 4 years. Who would I believe is telling the truth in this case? Well, here's the case. We already know he's lying, because all it takes is like a literal, like all you have to do is search Matt Baier, Amber Portwood, and like just put in DV or relationship, and you'll get like a zillion articles about all of the fights that they had. And there were so many T channels that covered their shenanigans. And then all you have to do is watch Marriage Boot Camp. She literally threatens him on that show, and then they both on the show admit that they have been in a DV relationship for quite some time. So it's not like, you know, he was a teen mom stalker. He's a freaking weird. And he is. He is 875 years old. He is so effing old, you guys. Like, my husband's 48, but I'm 40. Okay? My husband, like, 8 years is fine. But, like, and I'm not hating on you guys if you've got, like, a big age gap, but they got together when she was, like, 23 or 22, right? And he was, like, well into his 40s. Like, what do you have in common with a 20-year-old? As much as I love my 20-year-old fans or my viewers that are 20, I probably I'm not interested. Maybe I am interested in some of the same stuff as you because you're on here watching. But for the most part, like most of my friends are like in their 30s or 40s. Although my hairdresser, Nikki, I kind of want to be her best friend, you guys, and she's 28. Does that make me weird? I actually kind of asked her out on a date at my last hair appointment. I don't even know. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that Matt is thirsty AF, and I just, oh God, why does Mr. Irrelevant always show up? And the real question is how much do you think TMZ paid him for this interview? I'm lost here because I think so. I think he has a kid that's around Amber's age. See, I don't hate on age gaps, but I just think it was odd the way that like a 40-something-year-old man was going after 20-year-old girls. And it's not like he was like, it's different if you're like it's not really different, but like, you know, when they're like the creepy wealthy guys are always into like the 18-year-olds, like Charlie Sheen and Dane Cook. Oh my God, Dane Cook. He is always into those like barely legal girls. Anyway, like there's always those creeps in Hollywood that like the younger girls, but they have like literally something to offer, right? They have money or clout or something. But like Matt Baier was like a drug addict that was living at home that had literally nothing to offer. And like Amber was so desperate. She was like, okay. And she like had a 3-year relationship with him. Girl. And he has like 9 kids. Exactly. How are you gonna have 9 kids, Matt? Seriously. How are you gonna do that? Just keep it in the pants. Simon actually called him out multiple times, yes. Simon called him out about a lot of things, but I don't think Simon's got the cleanest reputation, y'all, either. Like, Simon seems like a skeezer, too. You guys in live chat, you are making me laugh so hard. Oh, I feel like we could do a whole series about Mr. Irrelevant. Oh my God. Now, that is really, if you do remember, she had a miscarriage with Matt. Remember, they tried to get pregnant, I think, and then she miscarried. So they did get pregnant, but then she miscarried. Oh my God. Could you imagine a kid that is like the combination of those two yahoos? That kid would be so effed. He can't even care for the kids he has. And she loses custody of every child that goes out of her loins. Like all her crotch fruit are hanging out with her baby daddies because she's not responsible enough to take care of them. So, and then this whole thing where he was just like, Amber was like the best mom. She was like the best mom when she was helping to raise Leah. What? Doesn't that sound like a babysitter helping to raise Leah? Helping to raise Leah? I'm a parent, but I'm going to ask you a question. Y'all. When you think of your child, do you think of I'm raising my child, or are you just being a mom? Because he literally said, is his statement helping to raise Leah weird? Press 1 for yes, 2 for no. Because I'm thinking this is like the weirdest statement for him. Like, who says I'm going to, when she was helping to raise Leah? Thank you. I knew it. See? I knew it. You don't help to raise your own damn kid. That sounds like a babysitter. And that's probably what she is to Leah, for crying out loud. She probably sees Leah like twice a year. And it's only when MTV shows up, because then she can get airtime that makes her look like she's a mom. She's a probably as active, involved mom as Janelle Evans is with her kids. Matt is not going to help her case. Oh, yes. So if you're new to my channel, I call children crotch fruit. I know it's crass and I know it's gross, but I love it. Or crotch goblins. I love those too. They're the fruit of your loins. My little crotch goblin is downstairs watching his iPad with Daddy. And Matt has like 27 crotch goblins, and they are all over the place, and they're probably infecting the world with amoebas because he is like a parrot. He is like a parasite. So I am like, Matt, STFU, you're so stupid. You thirsty boo. You want a payday. You want some gooby. You want some Ambi love. But Ambi's closed for business because she about to go to jail, y'all. I can't see Amber getting out of this. Oh, that's right, you guys. I was creeping in Andrew's Instagram today. Yes, honey?
Mommy,
Yeah.
I just wanted to tell you guys, told me about that Statue of Liberty is a White House. Actually, Daddy told me about the Mechagodzilla actually in the White House, and that Statue of Liberty is actually here in Mechagodzilla.
In Minnesota?
And that Mechagodzilla, he's still alive. He's alive.
Mechagodzilla is still alive, and the Statue of Liberty is in Minnesota?
Yeah, Mechagodzilla is alive in there.
So in the video, there's the Statue of Liberty and the White House?
Right, so Mechagodzilla was hiding it.
Oh, he was hiding in the White House or in the Statue of Liberty?
He was hiding in the White House.
Oh.
But he's still alive in where we live.
Okay. All right, you guys. The Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Liberty is coming back, and they are, I don't even know what he's talking. He's talking about Godzilla. He's like obsessed with Godzilla, you guys. Straight obsessed. And, all right, I got a photo here I want to show you, because Andrew, I found this when I was digging in on his Instagram. He hasn't posted anything new, but remember that rumor we were talking about yesterday? And she said, Andrew, there's these people are ruthless. They're trying to say Amber said this whole domestic was an act for your movie. I hardly believe it. However, I only see a small version of y'all on TV. Still seems like you are with anxiety anytime Amber speaks or disagrees with you. I like Amber and all, but I can't agree with DV. And he says, no, it was very real and very, very scary. So that's literally the first statement I've seen from him, and it's on his Instagram. It was very, very far into one of the posts. And this is what I do for you guys. In my day, I find you these little nuggets of tea. So Andrew says it was real. It was not a script. It was not for his movie, which I told you was probably bogus. Now, Andrew I would agree with this person's assessment. Have you ever noticed when they do interact, Andrew looked really sort of like did you ever see that? Oh, there was an episode this year where they were talking about, I bring the tea nuggets. That's like a tea crumpet, you guys. That was like a tea crumpet. It was like a scone. It was like a chip, like a little chocolate chip in your scone. Ooh. Next time we need to have blueberry and white chocolate chip scones while we're doing this, y'all. So, in an episode where they were talking about when Ambi was going off on Janelli on Instagram, You know, that post where she went like literally like, whoa. And she was talking about how why it happened and blah, blah, blah. And then Andrew just like tried to stop, or Andrew just tried to like chime in and being like, yeah, you know, like all I did was I was downstairs and I heard her talking and I literally thought she was talking on the phone because she was so like animated. I didn't realize that she was on Instagram. And like, that's literally the only thing that she said. And then Amber's like, she's all like, you did not, blah, 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 and this is rude. Like, because like, that's how Amber talks. She's like, that is rude. Like, he didn't even say anything. No, I don't think anyone's forgotten that she's abusing medication, Chiba. I don't even remember what she said. She was just talking about how it was like he wasn't like validating what she said and it was inappropriate for him to jump to conclusions or something, and he doesn't understand. And all he literally said was that he heard her talking upstairs and he thought she was on the phone. Say that again. Oh, it is so hard to forget when she is, yeah. She does gaslight Andrew all the time, constantly. And Andrew, you guys, spend some time on his Instagram. That guy is so far up the alternative woo train that he shares stuff by Deepak Chopra, which I gotta tell you, you guys, please don't listen to anything that Yahoo says. He is a terrible, like, life coach or whatever he thinks he is. He pushes horrible, like, very, like, not healthy stuff. Do not respect anything Deepak Chopra says because he's like he's part of the woo crew. He's like leading the woo crew. He's like pushing the woo crew. He's like selling the woo crew, okay? And by woo crew, I mean like bogus, like alternative health crap that isn't going to do anything for you. And like he's just trying to profit off of you and he can't offer you anything. But he's in like, Andrew's into all this, like he does liver cleanses and he does like, well, Amber was literally like, while Amber was like crying in her kitchen, which was like the worst, like fake tears I've ever seen. He was like, he had a bottle of like something and he was like, And it was like, you know, I don't even know. It was like a bottle of something. Like it looked like essential oils or something or some sort of oil crap that wouldn't do anything. And then he's talking about like these energy things that he's doing for the pins that are in his ankle. He's just very into the woo.
Mom and Dad, I want to tell you.
What?
This is the next gift. This is the next fate I wanted to see. Look.
Oh, cute.
Look at the guy, the one the fate's not really a pack there. It's actually T-Rex.
Yeah. So cool. It's so adorbs. Oh, I hope you guys don't like Deepak. Deepak's nuts. Please. Deepak is like, whoo, he crazy. Vaughn is like, he is in such a good mood today, you guys. This kid was so awesome today. He was like, he's really into dinosaurs. I'm almost done with this stream, so I'm just going to end this up with a Vaughn story. So today he has a nurse named Matt who he absolutely loves because it's a boy. And he and Matt were like organizing all of his dinosaurs by species or by like type, and then by color. And then when it was all out on the floor, I was like, holy crap, I think I've bought every dinosaur ever for that kid. Like, I think we have like 200 dinosaurs. Then he took out all of his Paw Patrol. Remember I was telling you guys about Paw Patrol and I always get rid of the Paw Patrol and then he brings it out? It's like every time I think about getting rid of the Paw Patrol, he recycles the Paw Patrol. So Paw Patrol were battling Godzilla and the dinosaurs today. And he was jumping on his... And he dressed like a dragon and like a dinosaur. The kid was all over the place and in such a good mood. What is his favorite dinosaur? He is into Jurassic World. He loves Jurassic World. And all of the dinosaurs that are being sold by them. He loves like the big guys like Carnotaurus and... he knows more names than I do. Corinthosaurus or he always tells me that mine is Stygimoloch, and Daddy's is Parasaurolophus, and he usually likes T-Rex or Spinosaurus or Baryonyx or Suchomoncus. I can't. There are so many. And the orca's dead, you guys. The orca is gone. Boys and dinosaurs. This kid has been obsessed with dinosaurs since he's been born. And he is he's autistic, so his special interest is dinosaurs. And then he loves Godzilla right now. Like, is obsessed with Godzilla. So they were like battling Godzilla versus the dinosaurs today. So, well, thank you, Brittany. Oh my God, I loved The Land Before Time too. Littlefoot was absolutely my favorite. And we rewatched all of those Littlefoot ones. Oh my God, I love the little guy that's on that movie. I can't remember what his name is. He's like super tiny and he just like jumps all over the place. And then the Triceratops, she's super cute too. All right, you guys. So that's the tea. Thank you, SV, for your super chat. I enjoy all of you here with me every single night. And I want to thank Kelly Gallagher so much for dropping this nugget into my inbox. So again, if you guys see something and you want the tea fresh, let me know and I'll bring it to you and I'll serve it up with some crumpets. I hope you guys have a really good night and I will see you again later.